This is me, a 26-year-old doctor fresh out of university. Now, I have one big problem. Life is hard, so I'm going to deal with it like I deal with all my problems. Running away. So I packed my bags and headed 10,000 kilometers from London to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It was time for some luxury and relaxation. I like the Petronas Towers. Once that was out of the way, I looked at TripAdvisor to see what Kuala Lumpur had to offer. The Batu Caves came up. They're a religious site 1 hour away from the main city by train. They're dedicated to the Hindu god Lord Murugan, the god of war. The cave is part of a limestone hill dating back 400 million years, and it offered a warm, dry shelter to the indigenous people in the area. But it's not just humans who live there. I tried to get acquainted with one of the locals. At the bottom is another cave sculpting the story of Lord Rama, a supreme being in the Hindu religion. I highly recommend reading about this before visiting. Just before leaving, there's a traditional temple where the locals go to pray. Back to the city. Bukit Bintang offers a night market to go get late night snacks.
Parents and guardians.
Could you tell I like the Petronas Towers? They're definitely worth a visit. Open during the day and go 452 meters to the top. There are beautiful parks on the back where you can enjoy the view. The streets are vibrant with artists. But after 2 days, it was time to leave for Semporna in the rain. Be careful following this travel plan though. There are warnings about pirates kidnapping tourists in Semporna. But we made it back okay. We flew from KL to Sabah airport and took a taxi to Semporna town. It's surrounded by many islands. First had the indigenous Bajau Laut people, or sea gypsies. They've been raised in the sea. With no equipment, they can dive underwater to up to 100 feet whilst fishing. This is usually the man's job, whilst the women look after the kids. The women also wear a mask made of rice powder as a sunscreen. The growing cities nearby have affected them. Next, Bahai Dimang. Now this was a relaxing experience. I spent some time meeting the locals, which were friendlier than those in the Batu Caves. After some sightseeing, we were energized. So we geared up and I was ready to take on my first ever snorkel dive. Then, Sibuan Island. This island is home to sea gypsies moving to land. Up to 20 people share one of these huts. No mattress, no kitchen, no toilet. Everything built by hand. Except the tourists' gifts left behind. After a long day, I wasn't the only one excited to leave. We rested in Semporna for the night and had a few hiccups taking the boat out to the diving island, Marble. So just came to the island for a bit of beach time and now
Ended up going scuba diving.
this should be interesting. I tried snorkeling for the first time 2 days ago and now I'm diving. I like to take things slowly, you know. The hardest part was unexpected. I really wish I had footage to show what was underwater, but you've really got to experience it for yourself. You can do a taster session of scuba without a license, which is what I did. It's called a DSD. The rest of the island, though, wasn't as scenic. There's a huge resort which keeps the locals out. Swimming pools are everywhere, but villages like these are not. To make a living, the locals farm and collect coconuts from the trees. Everyone contributes. We got a warm welcome from all the villagers and I didn't want to leave. But the orangutans were waiting in Sepalak. We initially weren't meant to go there, but we got a tip off from some of the other tourists. The word orangutan means man of the forest in Malay. The sanctuary gets endangered orangutans ready for the wild again, and some are friendlier than others. The babies play together in the nursery. And the orangutans share the forest with the sun bears. These are the smallest bears in the world. And we left them behind to see the sandy beaches of Kota Kinabalu, the final stop. It really was difficult to leave this place. But the next journey needs to start somewhere.